Hi, I'm Barbara LaRue, and I'm the current chair of the Burlington Sculpture Park Committee, and I'm here to talk to you about the pigs that have cropped up all over the common this summer. The pigs are a fundraiser for the sculpture park, and they are sponsored by local businesses and residents and painted by local artists. A lot of people have asked me, why pigs? And the reason for that is Burlington's history. From 1799 all the way up through the 1950s, pig farming was the major agricultural industry in Burlington. This pig is named Willa, and it is sponsored by RE/MAX Realty Experts and Beverly Badoli, who is a realtor with them. And this pig was painted by Burlington High School art students working together with Miss Badoli. She wanted this pig to represent life in Burlington, and her theme for the pig, which is Home is Burlington. This is Pat the Pig, sponsored by Brookline Bank. Brookline Bank has been a longtime sponsor of the Sculpture Park, and they were the first business to step up and sponsor one of the large pigs. They decided they wanted to have him painted in a patriotic theme, thus the name Pat, and they actually had this painted by the Burlington High School art students. They did a wonderful job working together with Brookline Bank to bring their vision to life. This is Poppy the Pig. It's one of my personal favorites, and it was painted by the art class at the Burlington Council on Aging. As you can see, it is a beautiful floral design with red poppies, but when you get up close, you'll notice that there are some other little creatures in there too. We have butterflies and a dragonfly and a little ladybug in his ear. It's really a beautiful pig, and I think the seniors did a wonderful job doing it. This is a piglet pairing. Piglets were available to small businesses and nonprofits. This pairing is particularly interesting because it represents a brand new business to Burlington and a long-standing business to Burlington. On the left, you have Dr. Oinks-a-Lot, which is sponsored by Pet Medic Urgent Care. Pet Medic Urgent Care, much like urgent care for people, provides 7-day-a-week care for your pets without appointments. And that is Dr. Oinks-a-Lot. He has a stethoscope and a very cheerful expression, and I think he would make anyone coming to the veterinary clinic feel very comfortable. On the right, we have Pegaso, which is sponsored by Accurate Automotive, located right off the corner of the Common. Accurate Automotive has been taking care of people's cars in Burlington for over 30 years. Pegaso is the name that was chosen by the owner of Accurate Automotive, and he had this pig painted by the Burlington High School art students in the theme of Picasso. This pig is named Patches, and it is sponsored by and painted by Jonathan Sachs. Jonathan Sachs is the founder of the Sculpture Park. It was his original idea that sparked the idea for the Sculpture Park, and he has served as the Sculpture Park chair for many years, and he's still a very active Sculpture Park member. He's also a budding artist, and he has had his own works of art displayed in sculpture parks around the country. This pig is named Pap, and it is sponsored by the Burlington Science Center. The Burlington Science Center brings science to life for the students of Burlington. Interestingly, Burlington is one of only 2 towns in the state of Massachusetts that is lucky enough to have a science center, and they do wonderful work with students in Burlington of all ages. This pig was painted by Burlington High School art students, and it is very different on the 2 sides of the pig. This side of the pig represents the work that the Science Center does and some of its fabulous animals, like this owl who came and visited the pigs on opening day. The owl is named Edison. On the other side of the pig, you can see sort of what the insides of the pig look like, including part of its spine and its internal organs, all part of the Science Center's mission to teach science to students. This pig is called Wonder Pig, and it is sponsored by Wegmans and painted by local artist Tara Bellata. Wegmans has been a longtime supporter of the Sculpture Park. Usually they donate yummy food to the Sculpture Park, like cider donuts and ice cream, but this year they donated this fabulous pig, and we think he's beautiful. This piglet pairing is a family affair because they're sponsored by me and my sister. On the left we have Mirabella, which is named after the town that our grandfather grew up in Italy. It is sponsored by Limoncelli Design, and the owner of Limoncelli Design is my sister Susan Limoncelli. The second piglet in this pairing is my very own. He is named Stitched because he is covered in a quilt, and he came into existence because I just couldn't bear to let him go. I had all of the unpainted pigs in my garage, and this little pig was sitting on my coffee table for about 2 months, and I became very attached. So I just had to buy him, and I had him painted by Burlington High School art students. This pig is named Sowie Knight, and he is painted by Burlington High School art students to look like Van Gogh's Starry Night. It is sponsored by Reamer Bronstein. Reamer and Bronstein does a lot of work in town, and lawyer Bob Buckley, who is one of the partners at Reamer and Bronstein, is a member of the Burlington Sculpture Park Committee and has been working on the Burlington Sculpture Park project for over 5 years now. Without his support and assistance, I don't think the Sculpture Park would even exist today. So we're very grateful to Bob and to Reamer and Bronstein. This pig is named Hammer Time, and it is sponsored by R.J. Kelly Builders. It is painted by local artist Ron LeBrasser, and you can see he's wearing a tool belt, he has a hammer and a wrench, but I think one of the most charming things about this particular pig is his big eyes, because you can see them from way far away. He looks very friendly and happy to be here on Burlington Common. This pig is named Abstraction. He was donated by an anonymous donor to the Burlington High School Art Department so that the students who had painted so many of the pigs here on the Common would have one that they could paint themselves in whatever manner they liked. They ended up using a design that they had worked on for a different pig. It didn't get chosen, but they loved it. It is in the style of Picasso, and I think it's beautiful and colorful and very charming. This pig is named Norbert, and it is sponsored by Nordblom Company. Nordblom Company is the business behind 3rd Ave and all the fabulous businesses there that we all enjoy going to so much. And you can see he's got this wonderful silver patina. He looks like he's in construction. He's very different from all of the other pigs in the park, so I think it's very interesting and I enjoy him very much. Nordblom actually has been a sponsor of the Sculpture Park since before it even existed. They gave us our first donation of $10,000 that got the park started. So we're very grateful to Nordblom for all of their assistance. This is our last piglet pairing, and on the left we have Oinky, sponsored by John Sachs and Ruth Neiman. And Oinky was painted by Ruth Neiman, who's very active in local theater and does a lot of set design. She's also an architect by trade. On the right we have Moblet, which is sponsored by Moby Cabinets of Billerica. Moby Cabinets was the very first small business to step up and sponsor a pig, so we're very grateful that they got the ball rolling. As you can see, they are custom cabinet makers, and Moblet is a little wooden pig coming out of a custom cabinet. Moblet is painted by local artist Catherine Lecomte-Bleche. So thanks for taking this little tour of the pigs with me. I hope you'll find some time to stop by the Common this summer and visit each one yourself.